close to her, I'll take it. But it's gonna be. You should probably with that tripod after the next time. Not the tripod, but the selfie stick. You just hold it. That's so awesome. You're so fucking yeah, we love it.
I like it big and long. Sorry.
Hey-o.
Well, thank you guys for taking some time out to talk with us this evening.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, put the little button on.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, you're welcome. There's kids in here doing it. So let's start off with an easy one. Let's just go down the line. And how did you guys get involved in the film?
It was the typical casting process for me. I went to the audition. I put it close to my mouth.
Sorry.
Just the typical casting session. We got a call to go to an audition, and it was to see Stanzi Stokes. And she was reading for a horror movie. Here's your lines. We read them. And then for me, it was a callback and then a screen test. And then I got it. For you, Miguel. Give us
Same thing. I met with Dan, and I was homeless at the time. And so I went in, it was like one of my first auditions ever. So I went in and I had no clue. I thought it was a drama. I didn't know anything about what the film was. I just went in and just killed it. Dan told me right then, you got it. You're my man.
Awesome. It was
Same thing.
It was a drama, actually. I met with Dan probably 9 months before. Well, I met with Dan, and then nothing happened. Eternal Living Dead. I met with Dan, and then 9 months didn't happen because there was some issue with the rights to the movie, the name of it. So then that started up, and then we all kind of got cast together. I guess he was trying to cast Freddy for some reason first, but it was my second feature film. Gene Wilder had cast just before that in The Woman in Red, God rest his soul, and then Return was my biggest part in a movie to date at that time too. That's
Me? I met Dan in a strip joint, and I was naked, and he just thought I looked
I
like.
did not think you
You're
were telling the
laughing.
truth. I did not. Listen, she's not kidding.
Right.
That's why I did this. I want she's going to tell the truth.
No, you know, he
We all know.
Go, just tell your story.
There are children.
Yeah.
I met him when I was in my birthday suit. And he thought I was fabulous for the role of Legs, but it was later called Trash. And he tried to convince me that I figured I was already in my birthday suit in many other issues in my life. Not because I wanted to, but because I was like 14, so never let your kids in doing something on their own. And then, see, Miguel and I knew each other prior to that because Miguel and I went to the...
I went to the strip. Okay. All right.
Miguel and I
You weren't
went
supposed
to...
to tell that part. Thank you, Joe.
Miguel and I went to the thing called Thriller with Michael Jackson and Ola Ray and this guy named John Landis, and we got to actually see the first 20-minute thing that would become a video, and we just like, oh, that's it? And we didn't really get it, but we're like trashing everybody in this whole movie, like, Michael Jackson should be dating her, and Michael Jackson should be doing that. Right, dude, right? And you were right in front of me, and yet, so then he became on, he did this TV series called...
Hey, this ain't Miguel's biography. Thank you. Hey, let me talk to you.
I came in after the 9 months and auditioned
But we did
for
naked
Trash.
photos together, right?
Yes, we did. Jill and I knew each other modeling, and we would do like these porno covers.
No, not porno.
No, I found out we were on some porno covers. That
You didn't know, but it was.
we didn't know there were going to be pornos.
Not porno.
But we were.
I think there were horses involved as well.
But then we did Return of the Living Dead.
Thank you.
We weren't in the movies.
So, John Russo wrote the original screenplay for it. Are you familiar with that at all? Do you know the differences or anything?
Oh.
No?
We never saw that script, so no, we don't. But we love John.
So wait, John Russo actually wrote the first Return of the Dead? I thought Dan and Danny. Wow.
Well, see, Miguel, you don't do these things very often.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yes, well, I'm just gonna talk as loud as Joe.
Oh, shut the fuck. Shut the door. Front door.
Talk about what it was like working with Dan and the type of director.
Yeah, Miguel, talk about what it's like working with Dan.
It was good. Dan knew what he wanted. For me, he knew what he wanted. And for me, I had a rough time with Dan, but, you know, that was just my thing with Dan.
I had a great time with Dan. He was easy, and like it was my first director, so to me, I was just open to whatever he said. But he was always just go ahead, do your thing, do what you do. He was just like a regular guy on set to me. I didn't feel anything like all the other directors. He was just easy going. And the reason I think you got some of the performances that you got was because Dan let us go. I think the hardest person he was on was you. I think the hardest person he was on was you because you was always alone with him. Most of our scenes were always together, and you were like alone looking for Freddie. So he always looking for that certain something. He was so hard on you, and you like Freddie.
There's a backstory to that. There's an unfortunate backstory to that. It's not. Contracts were signed, everything was a done deal, and he asked me to come to his house. And, yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear this neither, but go ahead now.
He asked me to come to his house and read lines. And when I got there was a gun on the table, and there was pornography on the TV, and I was
Wait, Dan's house? No! So that's how you got it? Oh. Okay, Dan got it.
I was a teenage girl, and this scared the heck out of me.
I know.
And so he went to the kitchen to answer a phone,
I know,
and I hollered, "Oh, I'm sorry, I have another interview, I have to go," and I ran out of his house. And it was already, I guess he could have replaced me, but we signed the contracts and he didn't. And from then on, he made it really rough on me. So.
Didn't know that.
Really rough.
I thought it was because
Go ahead.
in the tar man scene, in the beginning, remember the tar man scene? And she was running down the step and the step broke? Well, she kept anticipating the step. So Dan said, okay, you know what? Take the step out and forget about the fall. As soon as she went to change, he said, leave the step in.
Yes.
And we'll get a natural response. She thought the step was gone, so when you see her step, she really went through and it worked, but she was pissed off from then on.
And bruised.
And bruised and she hurt herself.
Oh, you did? I
It
didn't
was
know
so
that.
sad.
It's so cold.
Y'all, we cried.
I thought it was a good idea until I heard that she got hurt.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I thought it was brilliant of me.
Yeah.
Because you didn't anticipate it at all.
No.
How was Tom's visit with Dan?
Yes, thank you. Thank you for keeping us on track.
That was your idea. Just leave the step.
My relationship with Dan was great, and like Miguel said, he just let you fly, which was unusual for a writer / director to do, because usually they like to keep you on,
To their stuff.
yeah, keep you in their words and
He was
what they have in their mind about the vision of the movie. So it was really, insightful and of him to let everyone just kind of improvise and bring whatever creative talent or how they saw the character to make it their own. And I think it really paid off for them.
And that's why it looked like we were having so much fun together.
Because
people
we
say,
really
and
were.
because he created that kind of relationship.
Correct.
No, but we really hate each other.
That's acting.
We don't need to hear about how you were there. Okay, you go ahead. Renee.
Go ahead.
Wait, you haven't said yours.
No, go ahead.
Okay. I didn't have any trouble with Dan, but I saw him get mad at a lot of people.
Well, that's because you were naked. He couldn't say too much.
No, I couldn't.
And you were naked.
And I was naked, so he couldn't get too mad.
Yeah.
But Dan was really a super nice guy.
Crazy, like you. Yeah.
So talk about merging horror and comedy. How do you think this film was able to do it so well?
We didn't know it was going to be a comedy, so really it wasn't our doing at all. It was just the way, I guess.
It was Dan's genius.
Yeah, I think the best comedy is like Return 1 as opposed to Return 2, which I'm not a big fan of, but Return 1 works so well because you're laughing at the situations, the real life situations that the guys are gotten themselves involved in. And for example, I mean, when I go, even today, when I look at the scene where we're cutting off the yellow corpse's head, I'm like, oh my God, but I'm like laughing at the same time and can't look at it at the same time. And I've never felt that from another movie ever since, and probably never will. But I mean, I'm laughing, but I can't watch it at the same time, but I have to. So it's that kind of genius, and that's a thread throughout the whole movie. Is that kind of you're laughing at the situation, and we played it for real. I mean,
And that's
we
the
played it
key.
for real, and that's the key to it.
That was the key.
And the music helped it out so much, and it just moved it along, and the zombies and just everything. Just
The
came
code?
together.
And we never took it seriously.
And the code?
We also had the luxury of rehearsing for 2 weeks
And the
before
code.
that, so it made everyone kind of gel.
And the code.
and-
Why you keep saying that? Is there something else I don't know about?
Oh, dude.
Go ahead, too. Well, anyway, what I'm going to say is the reason people say it looked like they had fun is because we were. And it, like that example to me, another example was, and I was serious as hell, but everybody laughing. When I was saying, there's dead people screaming. But if you play it real, if you try to make that funny, hey, it's dead people, you try to make it funny, it wouldn't be funny. But if you play a funny scene the way Dan wrote it and directed it, it's way better because it's more believable. And we all believed that we were doing a drama. We believed in the lines. So when we was doing it, when they was like, it's dead people screaming, when they laughed, I was like,
I mean, look,
Right.
we all knew about Night of the Living Dead,
Right.
and that was a freaking drama, so that's how we were.
I thought we were doing another one. And then when I was at the movie theater, they started laughing. I was like, what are they laughing? It wasn't until years later I got it. I thought that was like, he laughed at my big line. Oh, the slap? Now that was a different. Remember when he slapped me? When I was screaming at the half lady.
Oh yeah.
Well, I still get mad. Well, what happened was he kept slapping me, going, and the dance way I can tell you holding back. And I'm like, dude, just slap me, man. Don't worry about it. I'm a man. You a man. Slap me. I can take it. He slapped that shit out of me. It was like Oprah. My ears start ringing and tripping. And if you look at it, Eddie Murphy is the only person who's ever seen that movie who knew that the first time he said that guy slapped the shit out of you, you didn't know. But here's the thing: if you look at it, he was only supposed to do it once in the movie,
Right.
in the script. So when he slapped me, I was surprised. Boom! And then he slapped me again, which I was totally unprepared for. So I wanted to fight him after the end. They was like, wait, you told him. Like, you don't hit a kid that hard. I'm a man, you a man. But then after he hit me, it was like, it changed everything. I think I liked him for a while, but every time I go, hey, brother, I can't believe you remember that. And she wore my clothes. Y'all know about that?
That's a good story.
Y'all know about that?
Nah, go ahead.
The outfit she was wearing in the movie, well, I think one day we were doing wardrobe or something, and she was doing something, and Dan couldn't find out what she was wearing or something. Days. And I came to work with what she had on in the movie. And he goes, wait, what does he got on?
No.
Give her that.
No.
What?
No. They kept dressing me in little skirts and sweaters and blouses, and I kissed it. Like Daddy. And then Miguel came in that outfit. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's what I want to wear now. I wear that.
They said, yeah, they went out and got it. The same shit she ever had on.
Really?
Except the top.
That's what you want to wear? I'm like, yeah, that is the coolest outfit. I'd love to wear that. And that was it. That was it. Not yet.
And
She
you
wore
threw
my
it
clothes
out.
throughout the movie.
And you threw it
And
out.
Linnell wore her clothes. Hey, well, over here. Go ahead, brother. Don't
I
let talk.
remember you coming, wait, Miguel, you coming into Platoon, and you were wearing that pink outfit?
And where?
Platoon, the audition for Platoon?
I ain't had no pink outfit.
Oh,
Platoon,
God.
what were you
Oh,
supposed to
God.
What up, Miguel?
You were wearing that pink outfit?
I ain't wore no pink outfit for Platoon.
he
I wore a
auditioned
Platoon outfit for
and I was
Platoon.
casting it.
I didn't have no pink
Oh,
outfit.
dude, stop it.
I had on a fatigues.
A what?
Fatigues.
No, you did not. You had a pink outfit.
I would not come to no doggone audition with a pink outfit on. Go ahead, sir, before she says something else.
Okay, talk about filming the famous breakdancing scene.
Well, that was fun. They didn't choreograph it or anything, and I danced actually to Vanity's Nasty Girl. And it was just really fun, except when they were going around with the torches, because they were road flares, and they had the toxic fumes coming up at me, and I got dizzy and lightheaded and almost passed out. I didn't feel great after the dance.
But you look good as a Barbie doll.
Yeah, as a Barbie doll, yeah, I did. And then, of course, I wasn't rained on that day, so I loved it.
I was just gonna say, and Brian got scars on his hand from the flares. He was
The road
burned up
flares
bad.
scarred him for life.
Hey, what are you guys doing? Get back here!
Bathroom.
What?
Yes!
Oh my God!
I've got to go to the bathroom.
So Miguel, talk about your role as Spider. And how much of what we saw on the screen were you able to come up with? Or was it just a lot on the screen page? Were you allowed to improvise?
Oh no, we were allowed to improvise. I think I was pretty much up to date a lot of the times, but just use the script to kind of get us there. And Dan didn't really much, so I think probably about 50-50.
Because you're crazy with him. Yeah.
Now, as younger actors, you guys got to work with James Karen, Don Calvo, and Lou Gulliver. Talk about that experience working with those two guys.
Don was fun because he slapped me. Clue was, I don't know about you guys, I just thought he was weird. He don't really talk. He's always like this, and he ain't really say much to you. And I never really.
Through the thing at Dan.
Yeah, him and Dan got into it once, but I don't know, he was kind of like.
Well, Clue was
taking his old
look,
man to me.
in defense of Clue, he came in the 11th hour. We were already filming. They hired him at the very end. Someone had fallen out. He had a lot of dialogue. He was stressed out.
Yeah.
You know, he was worried about his performance. He thought the role was beneath him because he was, his career was like this. So there's a lot going on with him. But I mean, even today, he'll say he made a mistake, and it's a great movie, and he, kudos to Dan, and he says he didn't realize what, I don't think anybody did, to tell you the truth, that it was going to be such a pop cult classic movie at the time. So,
You worked a lot, obviously, with James Karen.
I had a lot of scenes with Jimmy Karen. We were together, and it was great. Really sweet, so much fun. I mean, if I was a producer, I'd just hire him just to have him on the set because he just got positive energy and was there to have fun and make everyone better. We had a lot of time together in the makeup chair, so he had been working a lot by then, and just was telling me all his stories, and he had so many great stories of being on Broadway and all his great friends that he had. So it was a really special time for me to. And him, I guess, because he was really cheerful. And it was a great time. And then we found out on the second one, we did part 2, and thanks to the Japanese, they brought us back, that we have the same birthday, November 28th. So maybe that's why our chemistry works so well at the same
Now, you brought up a point that the film is now a cult classic. From being in the film, what do you think makes it a cult classic? Why do people keep finding this film and falling in love with it?
I think the movie still holds up today. You can watch it at any point in the movie and want to watch the movie. It just, it's, whenever you jump on the train and you're just going 100 miles an hour. And it's the acting, it's the it's the music, it's the script, it's the dialogue, it's the one-liners. It just draws you right in. There's a few movies like that I like to watch, but this is one of them, and it still holds up, and it's a classic. And nowadays, whenever you think of zombies, you think of them eating brains. It's because of this movie.
We were the fast ones.
And I think the wardrobe and the music. The wardrobe is so unique, the hair and the music. Wow.
Plus, there's something going on all
the time. Great train.
In the early 90s, a longer work print film surfaced that ran about 24 minutes longer. Can you remember filming things that didn't make it into the final cut that a lot of people had?
We did. We had a TV version. My jacket, my red and silver jacket, had a "fuck you" on the back of it, and it said TV version on the back of it, in case they were anticipating it going to TV. I do remember that specifically.
Lene, you've been in a lot of horror movies. This production, where does this rank for you in your career?
This one, number one, I would say. Definitely. I mean, comparing it to
answer.
Sorority Babes and the Slime Ball Bolorama, this ranks higher.
What about Hollywood Chainsaw Double?
Yeah,
Well, that was
awesome.
very hard to do with the chainsaws dancing sexy, but still Return of the Living Dead.
I did want to ask you one thing. When you came out of the coffin, the chainsaws were running. Was there any oxygen in there at that point?
Not much. If you notice, when I step out, I wobble a little bit because I had been smelling those fumes from the chainsaws in there.
Hot. Really hot.
The 240 mix on the oil for the chainsaw.
Yeah, exactly. Listen to Tom.
So talking about another franchise, Friday the 13th. What was the difference
Nice.
that you
Friday the 13th, this little franchise, little movie I did back. Little movie. Maybe
We did.
We did, yes. So Miguel was in part.
Yeah! That's what's up. Fucking right.
So being part of two very successful franchises, talk about some of the differences that you guys noticed on sort of making a serious horror film as opposed to.
Oh, serious?
No, like we said earlier, we played Return of the Living Dead like we're serious, because that's what we,
And Friday 13th was
that's,
serious.
that's how we do it. I mean, I don't do a lot of
What
comedies.
happened on Friday the 13th? I didn't
Nobody
honestly.
died. There's a
Oh,
guy
okay.
with
We
a-
died.
there's a guy with a
We all
hatchet.
died. We died.
And then-
Nobody did it?
I died taking a dump.
Like, I only watched like Academy movies, sorry.
It was
Okay.
Now, with being in horror films, two franchises, a lot of franchises. When you guys started doing this, did you realize that there was such a following for these films?
I had no clue. I do remember back when I did it, they were like, oh man, you're a black guy. It was like, I was one of the first black guys to get killed on Friday 13th. That was a huge deal to people. And even when like I said, I was still homeless for Friday 13th and Return of the Living Dead, so I didn't really know anything about all of that. I just did the movie and just kept waiting for the next one. And I did the movie. I knew Friday the 13th was a big franchise. I was in a horror movie with Friday 13th, and I actually came to California. First thing I said I wanted to do was horror movies, because it was always my favorite. And then luckily I got Friday 13th, Return of the Living Dead, and I did Leprechaun, and I did Connoisseur, and I did like 10 other horror movies, and I got killed in them all.
Playmates and,
No, I didn't do that one.
okay.
That was real.
Yeah.
Great. Do we have any questions from the audience?
Beautiful, thank you. Oh.
Thanks, Dylan.
You want to take my mic?
Yes, go for it.
Yeah, hold on, sir.
All right. Go ahead, sir. What's your name?
Jared.
Where are you from?
I guess my question is, it's a statement actually about Return of the Dead. I didn't ever think about it until like a year or two back, but none of the other zombie movies, none of the zombies actually talk. I never thought about that until like a year ago, and it just made sense. But I guess my question would be for Miguel is,
Yeah.
it's not,
Good thing I'm right here. What is it, buddy?
It's not Return of the Living Dead related, but it's for like Slam Dunk Ernest.
Yes! Okay, what about
What are your experiences with that?
Jim Varney? And this is probably Jim Varney was one of the greatest people I've ever met in my entire life. And most people don't know he played that crazy burn guy, but he was literally whatever they call it, when your IQ is like off the charts. He was like a
Genius? Genius?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
he's a menso.
And he would come to my room. We would smoke weed. We would smoke. And no, I got a license. And he would smoke, and I swear to you, I had never been so fascinated by a guy in my entire life. I would sit there for hours, and this guy knew everything. And it wasn't until later somebody told me, one of the people told me that he was one of the genius things, Mensa people. But Jim Varney was amazing. What is it called?
Mensa.
Mensa. Anybody else got any questions? What you got, sir?
I got.
Oh.
Okay. Do I need to stand up? All right, cool.
Yeah, stand up, sir.
You gonna hold the mic?
What's your name?
Joey.
How are you from?
Local. Yeah, you're good. Hey, come on, keep doing it. I love it. Can you guys, when you got the original script, I mean the shooting script probably, and you saw that the movie was taking place in Louisville? Woo!
Yes.
Woo! Yeah, we don't get enough love, but we love horror as much as any other city, don't we? That's right. Hey, we've waited our whole lives for a great convention to be here, and we're glad Days of the Dead is. Can you guys talk about when you read the script and you found out that it was set in Louisville, and your notions of what Louisville is, and were you shocked that it was such a small place, or?
I've never heard of Louisville. So, I never really heard of Louisville until then. Actually, I was from North Carolina. I was raised on the farm.
Right.
So I didn't really know. But I found out later, and now I got a lot of friends here, so I'd be lying and tell them all these different stories, but I really don't know. I'm not gonna lie here.
I thought it was a small place.
Yeah. I think that's what it was supposed to technically be, a little small town, but I don't know how he picked Louisville. Maybe Dan has something to do with here. Does anybody know? That's a very good
I just
question.
thought like there's like big hats and horses.
Yeah.
We got some of that.
Yeah.
It's part of it, yeah.
And like, that's what I
I
thought.
think it might be, is there a military base here?
Fort
Knox.
Fort Knox, yeah. It's farther out. We got the Derby,
Miles away.
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali.
Didn't we say
Baseball
something?
bat.
I think we talked about
Baseball
that
bats.
earlier, why they picked Louisville. That's a very good question. That's
Cool.
a good trivia question.
Thank you.
But Dan's gone, so maybe his wife would know, but I don't know.
Well, if John Russo wrote the original script, as you say, maybe he's here. Maybe we can ask him and see what's going on.
He's here?
Yeah,
He's here?
yeah. I don't know why
Well,
he's.
there you go. That's the question I'm
Yeah,
asking.
he's feet away.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know he's here.
I just like the derby.
Yeah.
With the big hats and the low cut dresses and the nice horses. And
They're pretty good hats.
yeah.
Anybody else got any questions?
Oh, stop. Yeah, come on, please.
All these people with no questions?
Okay,
I think we
Miguel, you
answered
can
it
give
all.
him a lot of questions.
Not a whole.
Yeah. Oh, stop.
He got one.
Hold on, we got questions. Now we got two. All right, lady, what's your question? Take this mic, 'cause I like mine.
Did you keep any props from the set?
Nice
On
question.
everything.
I
You know
have
something I
those.
didn't, but I swear to you, I've got a gremlin, a critter. I stole something from every movie I've been in. Star Trek, I got a real thing.
And a pen.
Actually, I just
And a
lost it.
pen.
Somebody broke
And a
into my
pen.
storage and stole it all.
And a
But-
pen.
Yeah, maybe I'm talking.
Oh, you, it's a pen. Okay, go ahead.
You done?
Yeah.
Okay, but if I had it over, I would have a split dog, and there's no way on earth I would let that half a lady be sold on eBay for $200 like a year or so.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Wow, $200.
$200, the original one.
I got $200 right now for it. What's
$200
up?
on eBay,
Wow.
the original one.
Jesus Christ, crazy.
And they sold the split dogs for like 50. They had, I didn't even know. Did you guys know they had an auction for all that shit?
No.
I didn't either. Somebody showed it to me online, and they sold
$200?
all of that stuff. And the half a lady went for $200.
Wow.
And the slip dog.
Split dog like
That
25,
was actually one of my favorite scenes was
Yeah, me
she
too.
was talking, the spine jumping back and forth.
And what you call it was under the table,
Yeah.
operating, scuzz.
Good.
Brian Peck.
Yeah.
But I like Linnea naked personally.
Okay, you got another question. What's your question?
I'm Tim. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky.
All right, Louisville.
So I was actually just curious about a couple of things. The environment that y'all were shooting in, especially you that was, didn't have a few clothes on, in what seemed to be very, very cold weather. Would I be very correct in that? And how difficult was that on you? And another one is, was anybody on the set overacting? I think just a little bit.
I think the only person who overacted, the only person who overacted was Jewel. If you look at the scenes, if you look in the scenes, you're gonna see her go like this.
Oh. I hear that from Felicia Michaels, that freaking comedian chick. Oh my god.
It was easy
choke a
to
chicken
do
chuck.
that stuff that
Don't
wasn't
choke a
raining,
chicken, Chuck.
where I was
Yeah,
dancing on
don't
the
choke that
tombstone and
chicken.
doing my scene with Miguel. But
Miguel.
Miguel.
It's not Miguel. It's Miguel.
I've said it for years. Miguel.
Only that since day one, guys. So you
And
stick
it
with
was,
it.
Just shoot me.
it was really balmy that night
Stop
too.
it,
It was
stop it.
really balmy and nice, but it was freezing, and I got strep throat actually from it. And we were at night, so in LA it gets really cold at night.
But she was a trooper, I swear to you. I was actually shocked because I didn't see any of it. I just started having a good time, and I remember it was my first movie. I was like, you can show a naked girl in the movies? I couldn't believe it. And the whole, you notice the film? Every time we said I was holding her hand, that wasn't in the script. I was supposed to, I held her hand, I was like, I couldn't believe it. And she was a trooper. I remember it being kind of uncomfortable, the water, but I think we were having so much fun. I don't remember anybody complaining about
And
it.
Linnea, do you remember sitting in the producer's car? He had a beautiful Jaguar. We told this story, but it's really a good one. She had that white paint on her, and so she sat in the producer's car to stay warm. A Jaguar, and ruined the seats.
But he didn't mind, because it was a Buddhist thing stuck there for 2 years.
I'm telling you, 30 years later, his wife said, "Did he have anything going on with him?"
Well, if you had a Buddhist thing in the car, it's hard to explain. But I really say you were a trooper because she was, and I remember calling home going, "This is a naked girl and she don't even care." Because it was like you didn't care.
I
When I
have
screamed,
not.
yeah, I was standing right in front of you going, oh, wow.
That's a good Barbie love.
You didn't have text back then.
No, I said a callback.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you
I
said
text now.
Good text.
No, I text. We had pages back then.
Yes.
Well, thank you all very much. Stop by and see these guys, get some autographs, talk to them.
Are we done?
Oh,
yeah!
If you come to my table right now and mention UNC, I'm going to give you a deal on some pictures, so come on right now.
Oh, come on, man.
Two for real.
Thank you, Louisville, for
2 for
having
1
us.
tonight. 2 for 1.